There is news circulating on social media that Deion "Primetime" Sanders, a former NFL player and well-known coach, is leaving his job as head football coach at Jackson State University in Mississippi to go to the University of Colorado Boulder, CU. On the internet, people have had different thoughts about what Sanders said. Some of Sanders' fans were upset that he was leaving the historically black college and university, HBCU, when it was at its best. Deion Sanders, throughout his time at Jackson State, has undeniably become one of the most famous college football coaches in the country. A peak occurred when he persuaded Florida State's top recruit Travis Hunter to transfer, and it has persisted all season as high-profile coaching openings have presented themselves. Sanders, on the other hand, is now working with Colorado. He inherits a club that finished 1-11 this season and hasn't won a bowl game since 2004. Colorado has evolved dramatically since it was a major power in the 1990s. Sanders, on the other hand, has established himself as one of the country's top recruiters. Being a student at a top 5 university should make it simpler for him to get recruited. But why would Sanders join such a bad program? After he didn't take the job at Auburn when it became available, it seemed like he could have stayed at Jackson State. We will find out everything in this video. If you haven't subscribed to us till now, it's time to hit on the subscribe button and also press the bell icon. Why is Deion Sanders leaving Jackson State for Colorado? You must be wondering, why is Deion Sanders leaving Jackson State for Colorado? Let me tell you. Sanders has stated that one of the primary motivations for his transfer to a P5 institution is to provide his coaching staff with more resources and more possibilities to succeed. Sanders told Sports Illustrated in October, "I'm going to have to think about it. I'd be a fool not to, straight up. I want to tell you something. On my staff, I have a few people who have coached professional football. There weren't many high school graduates, and some people were already in college. I think that my highest paid coach might make around $125,000 or so. Am I a good thing in his life, or am I keeping him from going? I have to really think about these things because these are my guys. Without these men, I wouldn't be who I am, and I have to make sure that I always do what's best for them." Sanders' helpers would benefit from going to Colorado, especially if they do well in Boulder. More recruiting opportunities. Sanders did a great job of getting people to join Jackson State. Jackson State is a good choice for 3 to 5-star recruits because of how outspoken he is and how much he seems to care about player growth. Sanders is embracing a legacy program that seeks to restore the good old days by traveling to Colorado. In many ways, he's similar to Matt Rhule at Nebraska, whose team is similarly attempting to recapture its former glory. Sanders' pitch is straightforward. "I'm rebuilding this program, and I want you to be a part of it. It's like starting from scratch. It's about creating a new legacy, while also rehabilitating the program's reputation." Money is also a major factor. Sanders appears to care about the development of those around him, but this is the same guy who said on draft day that the Lions would have had to put him on layaway if he had requested so much money. Sanders' coaching reputation has never been greater, even though this event occurred over 20 years ago. The pay difference between SWAC schools and Power 5 schools is not at all small. Sanders has no doubt saved up enough money that this didn't have to be a factor in his choice. Sanders told his Jackson State team that it wasn't about a bag. "I've been making money for a long time, and I'm not even close to being poor. So it's not about a bag, it's about a chance." Though it would be naive to assume that Sanders' acquisition of Travis Hunter had no impact on the team's ability to attract new players, it soon became apparent that Hunter would be a major contributor to the team's success in this regard. He was pushed to his limits by the reconstruction of the P5 school. Sanders' ability to provide the Buffaloes a lift has yet to be determined. Part of what happens will depend on how much money the people in charge are willing to put into the program after Sanders. Sanders will be competing against teams like Oregon, Utah, and Washington by joining the Pac-12. There will be much more competition. This is something that Sanders will have to think about right away. So we have come to the end of today's video. I hope you have enjoyed it. Make sure to hit the like button and also follow us for more. Thanks for watching.